So listen, man, we ain't got a whole lot of time today, man. So we're just gonna go ahead and get off into it, man. This is the 4 Black Dads podcast, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're in here the second week of August, trying to do what it do. I am. Yeah, what is my name? Eric Island. The motherfucking deacon of sneaking, the pastor of laughter. To my Rizzy right.
It's your boy Dooley fan, man. Q, you know what time it is, man. And to my right,
it's Ikes.
Yeah.
Well, y'all not tapping into to speed skating, female speed skating.
Yeah, the Olympics, man.
Jumping right into the Olympics.
So anybody that's love women and love just, females in general, man, the Olympics is the place to be. Track and field, speed skating,
man, everything,
volleyball,
beach volleyball,
man. I just been enjoying everything about it. Even when we lose, I feel like we winning because you just see a nice spectacle.
And breakdancing too.
Breakdancing, yeah,
one of the newer events.
Dude, this year, the first time in the Olympics, breakdancing. What y'all think?
Nika from Lithuania had on that that convenience store do-rag.
They was all the way throwback, huh?
All the way, man. You should have seen this shit, man. It was the name itself and the do-rag. I feel like she was putting on a little too damn hard.
Okay. So I missed out on her. Did you check it out, Ikes?
I didn't check out the Olympics at all. I've only seen like things on sorry, I'm talking away from that. Only seen like things from like Instagram.
Okay.
And it's mostly been like, God damn, she thick. That's what it's been. So it's been like that. Track and field.
Man.
People just, on the internet, once they see something, they get like really obsessed with it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, been seeing on my Instagram feed, just ass. And
overall, it was trash. The breakdancing portion of it, because a girl, Ozzy won it. And what the hell was she doing out there?
I don't know.
Australian.
I don't know.
Them moves was
stiff.
I saw the prelims of the men.
Like something out of scary movie.
Yeah, you ever see the Wiz before he got his like joints loose? Like loose, that's what she was. She was like just
she needed to slice oil to her.
She needed that oil.
It reminded me of the white lady on YouTube from back in the days who was trying to teach hip hop dancing. And then you step and then you boom boom.
Yeah, terrible, just horrible.
So that was some politics going on up in there. The judges was doing some political shenanigans.
I don't even think America was in it. And for good reasons.
I don't know if I'm not part of the culture. I used to be when I was coming up. I used to break dance and pop and do the whole nine, but that's been many moons ago. So I didn't even know if we still, outside of the Jabberwockies, I didn't know if anybody was still breaking and doing it.
And that makes sense because China won it.
Right.
China and the USA is like tied for gold medals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the USA team finally beat China the ping pong, table tennis.
Oh, okay. That's a first in a long time.
Yeah, it's a first.
They had Gump out there.
Yeah, no. I know, right? But you want to know who's on the team, on the American team?
Who's that?
All Chinese people.
Oh. We done went and stole some players, huh?
Misrepresentation. We're going to pay y'all more, bro.
Hey, well, because I guess you a citizen and going to win this gold for us.
It's like Embiid. Yeah. He wasn't born in America. He was born in Africa.
True.
So...
Yeah,
I mean,
but he played on the American team, but Jokic played on Serbia.
Yeah, and they got. I think
Ooh.
Serbia got bronze, the USA is playing for gold.
They got
soon.
it.
Listen, man, they waited. They won already. Last two.
Oh, okay. Who they play?
The both men and women played France for the gold.
Yeah,
okay.
Men won yesterday because Steph Curry went off.
Oh my gosh, Steph!
And he put on the show. And then the ladies just won earlier today.
Yeah.
Shout out to both of them.
So yeah,
shout out to both.
You seen that Serbia game with Steph? Man, listen, them last 2 minutes was real.
Hey, look, man, I've tried to tell people for a long time, whether you know it or not, I mean, we're a long way from the dream team in 92.
Facts.
If you look in the league now, we got a lot of European and people from overseas playing in the league.
Mm-hmm.
The gap is not that far anymore. So thinking you just go walk in and just beat these teams ain't gonna happen. And especially because a lot of these teams, they're already playing year round, you know what I'm saying? So they'll add a few of the NBA players as, the tournaments and stuff come up. But we just come in like a month ahead of time and try to put a team together and think we just go fly through. And Serbia gave us that work, which I think prepared us for France because France, Wemby wasn't playing either.
What's the name is almost beat us too? Sedan.
Yeah.
First game.
Yeah. So anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. But ladies, they set a record. They 8th gold in a row. You know what I'm saying? For the United States. And Bron's old self got him another gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
I almost came into tears, man, when Sha'Carri finally got her gold in the relay.
Well, there was something about Sha'Carri and what's her name, Shelly, that happened before the 100-meter yard dash. I think they were at some point denied entry.
Denied entry.
Mm-hmm. You talking about the Jamaican lady?
Yeah, both of them. But Sha'Carri got in, and I think Shelly was just at her wits with it. This is just what they say, to the point where, it kind of affected their mental or whatever. But Sha'Carri still, she still, besides FloJo, still hold that record.
Yeah, I mean, she pulled out the silver and stuff, man. But I was looking at the legs of the winner. She was a thoroughbred.
From Tobago or... Yeah,
the one that won the 100.
Yeah.
I was Caribbean. When she stood up, I was like, man, she is straight thoroughbred. She built for this. You know what I'm saying?
Did you hear about that? The white lady that won the 400.
Oh yeah, from the Netherlands or something like that.
Is her name last name with an L, right?
Something I don't know.
Pavlak. Or something like that.
Something like that. Like she did too. But then they was like, it was talking like because it was like, oh, finally, white people beat like black people in their sport, right? And then you come to find out she had a black boyfriend. So it was the black boyfriend that helped her win the gold.
I mean, I would agree.
I
agree too.
I'm not even really surprised. I mean, we've been dipping in that pool for a minute. What's going on now though is the sisters catching up to us. Mm-hmm. They started to pull them some white boys into the mix. So they evening up the scales right now.
The men's 100-meter dash was bananas. Noah Lyles pulled it off like boom within a split of a second.
Yeah,
his old boy from Jamaica was on his tail, and I forget his name, but from Wisconsin. But it was a damn good race.
So,
but he got smoked in that 200.
He did get smoked in the 200.
It was nasty.
And then everybody said, he had tested positive for COVID. So here we go. 4 years. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait 4 years to do Olympics, man. You there? You just did the 100. You're supposed to win the 200. You test positive for COVID. Is it responsible to go out there and still compete and just not say nothing? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on the fence about it. Because, COVID ain't what people making it out to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not real, but when it first came on the scene, everybody's like, oh, it's a death sentence. Oh, my God, you need to quarantine. You need to this, that, and the third. And so many people done got it and survived from it. You know what I'm saying? But if you another teammate out there running, you know what I'm saying, how would you feel if you was another athlete out there and like, oh, this guy got COVID, he ain't even said nothing. Yeah. And we out here, running.
I mean, it's COVID. COVID is COVID now. It's like having a cold.
Well, my thing is, what was his symptoms? And then again, Michael Jordan flu game. Come on, man.
That nigga Michael Jordan was coughing on motherfuckers, sneezing, and sweating on motherfuckers. Still won.
But we never looked at the flu like we should. Like, flu should be in the same category as COVID, the way I look at it.
Because it killed more people a year.
We know the propaganda that came with COVID, what was all going down. That was a whole money grab for the pharmacy system.
What y'all feel about that? Y'all feel like it was just... I feel like COVID was definitely a conspiracy because I guess that there's how they have the MR... the vaccination shots, right? Mm-hmm. They have different technology.
Right.
And they call it technology. I didn't know they called it technology until after COVID because I guess it was a different technology then because I guess the COVID one also can go into your DNA. It can alter your DNA. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, shit.
Well, all I know is I ain't been right ever since my shot, so I'm getting ready to sue.
He said I'm about to sue everybody.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, even here we are 4 years after the fact, I'm just gonna say it right here on the podcast. I never got vaccinated. I called Cap from day one, you know what I'm saying? And
from day one.
I went and got a card because, they was trying to not let you get into places and stuff. And I knew some nurses, I'll never say their name, but, I slid them some change and they got me a card with the stamp and everything on there because I was calling Cap from day one just because I have a science background. I have a degree in biology and psychology. So I know some ins and outs. I'm not no doctor, but I understand how genetics is supposed to work. And there's no way that you got a whole vaccination in 6 to 7 months that's supposed to be tested and proven.
Yeah,
And
5 to 10 years. It takes like 2 to 3 years to properly test like immunization and stuff like that. And they rushed it.
Right.
That's just what it was. I think that this is what I think it was. I think when you ever see the movie like how in movies they have a cure for something already.
Mm-hmm.
But like they already had a cure for it because it was made in a lab. There's a patent for it.
Right.
So if there's a patent for it, then it's like, damn,
we got to find a way to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost like the guns. You know what I'm saying? If you create all these different weapons that can do certain things, and it's like, well, how are we gonna get money off of it? Oh, go create a war. You know what I'm saying? So somebody can use the stuff that we just made and we make money off of it. So
they were no bats.
I mean, well, you got to put something out there in the split of a time. So they had to throw something out there to make people feel okay.
Yeah.
They did it though. I mean, to me, I just said it was a money grab for pharmaceuticals and whatever that they were doing. I think they are doing some genetic modifications.
Yeah.
We won't know until, 10, 15, 20 years from now what the whole effects will be.
Yep, till we see bat people.
You know what I'm saying?
So, bad people.
If you grow a horn out your head, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I had a COVID baby, and he is 10 times the baby any of these other kids are.
Okay, so he might be an X-Men.
He might be an X-Men. These kids is genetically mutated, but with the strength of Christ.
Yep.
Powerful.
Hey, it's crazy. Hey, but I was thinking about something because we talk about economy on here. Did y'all see what happened to Japan's economy last week?
I did not.
So they had the biggest stock market crash since 1987. Yeah, so it kind of bounced back, and then Bitcoin took a big dive because Bitcoin's like an international traded thing. So it took like I want to say $15,000 down.
Yeah, the stock as a whole fell. So,
the stock market economy is wild right now. The world economy is wild right now. Because think about it, we got two wars going on right now. Like can't even say war. 2 wars going on right now. We got 2 of them. We got the Ukraine. Ain't nobody talk about that no more because Palestine one took over that media stuff. Yeah, but that's the war still going on. And think about it. So we got those 2 wars, and then you find out why they fighting over all this stuff because it's like Ukraine is like they grow a lot of the grains for the whole world. Like that area is very sustainable for growing crops and growing grains.
It's always about resources. I don't know if y'all ever read it, but it's this book called Guns, Germs, and Steel. It's a damn good book if you can get your hands on to read about it.
Guns, Germs, and Steel. Okay.
So, in other news, Kamala Harris picked a VIP. Y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Walsh or something?
Yeah, from Minnesota.
I hadn't heard of him. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I figured, they would have to since the was it the Democratic convention is coming up next week or next couple of weeks?
Do you hear about JD Vance?
No.
Him and humping couches?
Yeah, humping couches. And then couches.
Red flag.
He's
the vice president.
Oh, okay.
He's running for vice president with Trump.
Dookie.
I mean, considering the whole economy thing that you was talking about, they've been saying that, America's been on the verge of another stock market crash and stuff, similar to what Japan went through. So, depending on how things go with the political season, I wouldn't be surprised if, something happened to our stock market within the next several months.
If you think about it, because what was happening with money for the last 2.5, 3 years? It was being fabricated out of thin air. So if you're fabricating money out of thin air, what's gonna happen when money's due, when it's due for the government? They're gonna try to get it from the people. But the thing about it with us as a people, we don't understand. I think in the mass scheme of things, we don't understand how much power we got as people and how much we could say, no, we're not doing this no more. But it has to be a collective group. Because the IRS is going to... think about it. You got all these Fortune 500 companies that owe people money, right? And then what do they do when they owe people money? They get relief. But Americans don't get relief when they owe people money. But we should, though. And there are systems in place already to do it, but nobody tells us about it because nobody wants us to use it. So
I think a lot of times though, the system has been operating the way it's been operating for so long, in the sense of it distracts us and divides us to the point where we don't collectively come together, because we make different things issues instead of looking at the big picture. Like, our struggle might be our struggle, but their struggle might be the same, but then they'll pit it against each other. Like, there's a lot of Trump people who will be voting for Trump who are poor people, you know what I'm saying, who are not going to benefit from anything that he's trying to push through. But because, they'll highlight it and make it seem like, oh, well, it's immigrants, it's blacks, it's, Asians, it's all these people that are taking these opportunities away from you. Like, no, your own people are taking your opportunities away.
I think infrastructure is a big problem in America when it comes to inflation and resources. Like, I see a lot of the red states are able to build more housing for the people that they have, which in terms can generate, what's the word I'm looking for? Just more profit in general. But a lot of blue states, aren't doing so good in that department. We got too many people, but not enough where to put them.
Yeah. A lot of things I don't think people understand this. The United States of America isn't like it's not like if you go to China, right? It's not like if you go, it's more like Africa, because all these states, they're really independent. Because you think about it, they have their own laws. Because the state law trumps the federal law in every state that you go to. Like, weed's illegal in certain states, but it's not federally legal, because all these states have their own laws. So they're actually sovereign states. They're actually sovereign countries that people don't think about.
The only thing that keep them in line is the money that comes from the federal government to certain contracts. You know what I'm saying?
And
so if it wasn't for that, they could be like, the heck with y'all.
And then think about who runs the federal government. All these lobbyists, these banks. So it's really banks and companies that run the government, because they give the money to these people. Like tobacco ran the United States for years and years and years. And then they just shifted. This is what I saw. I don't know if it's true, but I saw on Instagram, not TikTok, but Instagram. So they had so you know how tobacco was leading everything. They was running everything. Then, so instead of tobacco, they decided to buy these food companies. So tobacco industry bought the food companies, and they're just still doing the same thing. And they genetically modify food, so you're addicted to it too. And that's just what it is. Because a lot of things in America that we have, like all these red dyes and all these like specific acids in our foods, they're illegal other places. Canada, a lot of stuff is illegal. You look at the back of a box in American, and the ingredients are like 10 times what you would see in Canada or in
the European countries.
Yep, European countries. Because a lot of foods is banned. A lot of foods is banned because and then you think about all the. So who leads the world in obesity and diabetes and high blood pressure? America. We don't have the most people in our country, but we lead the world in these so-called things. Why?
This too is how you can genetically modify a race of people.
Yeah, through your foods.
Yep. Because food alters alter what. Why do you think cancer's so high? It's what you eating. A lot of stuff is what you eat.
First brain, second brain.
Yep.
Shit fuck you up. Check your gut.
It is.
Some of your guts is bad out there.
Because you like gut causes brain fog. Why is it called brain fog? Because that's why I've been eating more fruit. I've been eating more fruit and like really checking myself, because I've been looking at like, okay, why I got gut. Why? Because of what I'm eating and because of what I'm ingesting and taking into myself. So we're not taught that. Especially Black people, we're not taught that. Eat this, and this. We're taught hog maws, cow pone, fatback, and chitlins.
Hey, blame government assistance.
Hey, we got to throw this out there too, though. I mean, even as we crossing over that territory, like I went to go grocery shopping, like, bro, I spent like $100 and only had like a bag full of stuff. So, I mean, when it come down to eat, it's like people are eating what they can afford. You know what I'm saying? And so, obviously, probably the things that are most worst for you are the cheapest things that are out there. And so, if you got people who can't afford to go organic or, get, the best of foods, that's a concern too. We got to throw that
Well,
out
another problem with inflation too is, people these days, especially in America, don't want to work or don't have to because people are making a shit ton of money just doing social media. So the more money we get, the more money we spend. And those said people that own these corporations like that, they look at that. They look at that and they say, okay, we spending all of this money, man. Bump that fucking price up on it. They got it.
They got it.
They got it.
That's the thing about it. When it comes to they did a study when it comes to inflation. America right now it went a silent depression because prices when it was actually in a depression, the prices of things were like not as like in comparison to now. It wasn't the same percentages of gasoline was X amount of money and housing was X amount of money. And then they did a diagram of saying if it was now, say for instance, if a house was it was back during the depression and it was now, it would have been like a 100% markup back then. And it's like we're going through too much, and the government is not necessarily they're playing all these fucking games. I feel like.
Well, location is a problem too. People don't want to live in bumfuck Egypt. They just want to live in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where shit is thriving.
I want to live away from everything if I could. If I could have a farm, I'll hire a Mexican.
I want to be far enough away that I could drive to get to some action, but then far enough away that I could leave and okay, I want a peace of mind, or anybody coming to see me is like it's intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't mind. I don't have to be far away, just out of sorts, because if emergency happened or whatever, I want to be able to get to a hospital or whatever the case may be, or if I need to get to the mall or any type of action that's going on. But I do want to leave and go to my house and be like, okay, I'm away from all of that. And if I just want to sit here in my drawers all day, ain't nobody got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying?
But we country, so you can put a country boy in the city and survive, not the other way around.
Right. True.
And all the resources we need, they out there. You know how to fish, hunt, swim, you name it.
Y'all know how to swim?
Hell yeah, I know how to swim.
For sure.
I don't know how to swim.
You don't know how to swim? Yeah, for sure.
Right. It's a necessity in case them boats come back. I'm gonna get far enough.
So man, we done got into economics, man. We done got into the Olympics. We done talked a little politics. This is the 4 Black Dads podcast, man. Y'all got any dad shit y'all want to jump off into, or just some things going on at the household, or what y'all looking forward to in this school year? I mean, because we already right back getting ready to start school again in a few weeks. So
my kids are growing up, and that's the wild part about it. Cause my daughter's 11, and she about to be 12 next month.
Okay,
and it's just I'm so not ready for this. Then my 10-year-old, she already act like she 45. So she wake up with attitude. I'm not ready for none of this. Like. A teenage girl shit. Like, I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to do. Like, I kind of want to just, hey.
You got more girls than boys too, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, man.
That part. I want to do what like the Bible tells you. Hey, if they're acting up and they on their period, just put them behind the cap over there. Just put them outside the camp walls.
I've been through this before with my oldest. My oldest, she'll turn 30 this November, but I have 11-year-old too. And so it's been such a large gap between what I was going through back in, the early 2000s and what I'm dealing with now, because technology and all these other things. So I've noticed some subtle changes, you know what I'm saying? And my youngest is, getting a little bit more opinionated, trying to find themselves, not as eager to listen as they once used to be and stuff. So, I mean, we just gonna have to stay on our P's and Q's, stay ahead of the curve, you know what I'm saying, as far as what's going on.
Have you seen any of them, like, interested in, like, men or boys or?
I mean, not to my knowledge as of yet, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not a concern, but I think one of the things for me is, right now going into the school year, she's gonna be in 6th grade. So I was thinking about, okay, middle school, that's when things started to change a little bit. I started to get a little bit more interested in different things. But I think by keeping her in the same school, same environment, because her school goes all the way through 8th grade, will probably help keep a little bit of a lid on that, you know what I'm saying? Because there's just some familiarity and things. But I think just personally watching the personality kind of change and them kind of, you know, coming to their own. So I think it's real crucial at this time because we know we got that 6-7 years where it's like, okay, we're going to be introducing them to the world. So as fathers, you kind of already like, okay, what's my game plan to make sure that I'm giving them everything that they need and, you know, not catching the case in the process.
Yeah, I heard that.
Facts. I tell my daughters, you guys can have boyfriends till I'm dead. She's like, they're like, so what if we have a boyfriend when you're alive? Then I'm going to die.
He gonna die when they find good men who can take care of him. Because when they get older, he ain't trying to keep taking care of him.
I know that's right, boy.
I remember I told my son, I was like, yo, when y'all 18, I'm moving to Japan. He's out. Yeah, I'm out of here. He's like, well, I'm gonna follow you and I'm gonna bring you some grandkids. Which I'm like, no, you not. It's like, yeah, I'm be having fun. You gonna watch these grandkids.
I thought I had some crazy conversations. You have some wild conversations.
Oh yeah, my kids they extra because they like, so you got you got a 16-year-old. My oldest is 16, so all the knowledge that he know filters down, and then 14 filters down, 11 years old filters down to all of them. So they all just extra fat, like extra understand information more than they should at certain points.
Right,
but they also very intelligent. Like very.
Well, mine's is 4 and 2, and I'm still in that early stage of co-parenting. So as far as I'm concerned, keep using them kids as puns because you feel some type of way.
Yeah, man. Ooh, that's a tough one, bro. Cause we all done been through that to a certain degree, and you always think this never gonna happen to you, and then when you're going through it, you just sitting there shaking your head like, you know, I'm just trying to do the best I can to raise these kids and be present. And you be thinking about all the people that you know that be like, man, I can't even get this or that from my baby dad, and here you is present and standing in the gap and doing all these things. You're like, why you giving me a hard time when I'm here? I could be
in with court orders.
right.
You finna go to jail.
You finna go to jail. No, that's real.
It is, and it's exhausting, and it's exhausting for the kids.
True.
Jesus.
You guys want to wrap at 30 and 30?
Yeah, we can do whatever.
So we got the then we got the fatherly advice of the week too. That mine if y'all do y'all want to start?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Mine don't have none this week.
That's a good week.
I got some. But it's been interesting though, because like this last 3 weeks has been very interesting when it comes to the dynamic of my life and my kids' life. As a human being and as a parent, make sure you take time for yourself too. Because I think about all these cases where these white women and white parents kill their kids. Is because they didn't have that space and that space to.
G calling us now.
Yeah, answer.
What up, baby? Hey, you good. We almost about to wrap up.
Yeah, man, knocked out. My bad. This nigga getting tattoos at 3 a.m. That's why.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This is a good
G-Way tapping
advice.
in with us. Tapping in with us via video.
Yeah, it was. It was out last night. It was fun. We had this show at the sex club last night. Just for the fans.
Yeah.
He did. Then it was
got outside the fence.
He did. He's like, I'm gonna walk around downtown.
We're just finna wrap it up, but after this, I'm gonna do the studio because I gotta put this track down.
Oh, you gonna stay in the studio?
Yeah.
I'm about to pull up on you.
All right.
All right.
See that nigga at 1 o'clock.
But no, you hit a point though, because I think even in a space when we're talking about mental health, and I don't think we always had the language or the verbiage, you know what I'm saying, coming up, because that was unheard of in our community. You know, I never really heard of any black parents actually taking their kids out, unless they were dealing with some mental issues. But at the same time, I think where we are now, we have to be in a space of where, you know, self-care takes precedence, because if you're not your best self, then you can't be your best self for your kids. You know what I'm saying?
Especially now.
you definitely have to have some outlets.
Have you? Like for me, I don't understand why people put your kids there, but how you gonna put anybody before yourself? Because if you can't take care of yourself, then how are you gonna take care of that person's mentally well-being when you're not mentally sound and you're not mentally there? I find myself, I have one day a week where I usually don't work. I usually don't have my kids that day. And it's just me chilling and me doing something that I want to do. I'll go get a massage. I'll go to the movies. But I got to have that one day out of the week where it's like, all right, this is my day because I have all this other stuff that I have to do the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important, like, take some time to yourself, especially with women. I tend to see women tend to put that mantle of kids on them, and they don't make the time for themselves, or they just go the opposite way where they make too much time for themselves, and then they neglect their kids for like a nigga, for like some dick or something like that.
Here's what I like what Black parents did do though. For kids that had a lot of mental issues or behavior issues, they coddled them and sheltered them to where these kids that, I want to love and save my kids because I don't want them to get locked up or some shit like that. When in fact, them motherfuckers should have been locked up or sent to a mental house. And now you got a family full of secrets that ain't coming out until later on in life, and shit is destroyed at that point. They're called generational curses.
Yeah,
that absolutely need to be broken. It always starts with whoever held on to those secrets, if any of that makes sense. That said cancer needs to die off.
Yeah, I agree. Like, let so go. And that's the thing about it when it comes to mental health, when it comes to generational curses, as a Black people, because I can only communicate about Black people because I know I have seen some crime stories about white people, but we need to come to this understanding that everybody's not here to be against us. So we gotta come and work with each other more. So it's not this crab in a barrel mentality. So it's like, oh, I don't want to do this for you because of this, and this. Like, it don't make sense to us. It shouldn't be that way in 2024 no more. That was a long time ago. That slave mentality should be gone and out of the way. Because I try to say hi to everybody. That's my skin color, darker than me. But a lot of people they don't even look at you and say hi. That's the weird part about it.
But white people don't take this, what he said, as a part of trying to say, oh, this is exactly what they need to not pay them reparations.
No.
we still want those. Yeah.
I need my
we gonna forever be
chips with dip.
Yeah.
Yep. Facts. I need my house. I need my house away from everybody. I need my farm.
Come on, California.
True.
Okay.
Come on.
Hey,
Somebody
bro.
need to drop the domino, right?
Man.
Get it going.
I promise you, if I get reparations, I'm starting some Mexican wealth because Mexicans be working on my farms. I'm gonna start farms, and I'm gonna pay them like $1 million wages. I love Mexican people.
Okay. You got some fatherly advice?
Patience is a virtue.
Nice.
Because you're going to just, speaking of mental health, father's mental health never gets talked about.
Right.
Ever. And, 1 minute is, oh, you need to say something to me. The minute you speak up, it get thrown back in your face. And the minute you don't say nothing, it still get thrown back in your face. It's damn near, honestly, it ain't even damn near like we can't win in a lot of sense.
It's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword. Where we're constantly trying to do better and be better, and we just get trumped, especially in today's world.
Man, that's a good one, bro. I mean, because you did kind of take what I was going to say as far as patience was concerned, but I'm going to just double back and say perseverance then.
Yeah.
That's my father advice, especially for Black dads and in general and specific.
We can't be angry.
We got to persevere. The road ain't going to be easy. It ain't gonna be filled with a whole lot of celebrations and pats on the back, but you got to be in tune with your star player, as Cat Williams would say, and being patient and being able to persevere through the hard times, and know that you go see a winning side if you just stick with it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what we pray for, because no matter what happened, it could be everybody else's fault but yours. But when the fault comes, guess who they gonna blame? Your black ass.
That's it. They ain't blame you.
They gonna blame you.
That's what I tell my son all the time, though. Like, if you, no matter what, for instance, if a woman put their hands on you or they in your face and they spit on you, put their hands on you, you strike her, bro, it's a wrap. You're done. It doesn't matter what she do. And that's the thing about it. It's like when it comes to this is the thing that somebody said to me is like, you should never ever hit a woman. I say never.
I mean, it's a hard thing to say never, right?
What if she's shooting a gun at you? What if what if she's stabbing you?
I'm gonna knock her ass out.
The thing about it, it's like you shouldn't, but it's also precedent too when it's your life at stake.
Right.
When it's necessary.
Yeah. I don't condone it. I don't condone Chris Brown and nobody. But that's the thing about it. No, Diddy. No, Diddy.
You
Diddy.
can't. You need to work on your emotions and feel your feelings. But the minute you get angry, and the minute they act out, because all they gotta do is step outside and act out. It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm. That's why I tell my son to walk away from any situation.
Yeah.
In some situations you can't walk away from, but if you don't, the reaction is a cause and effect. The reaction is the thing that gets most black men sent to jail or dead.
Oh, anger. My daddy always told me, anger ain't gonna get you two things: dead and in jail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's a lot of things gonna make you angry, man. So you gotta find a way to have an outlet, and whether it be humming a song or, like you said, skipping yourself away, and don't feel like that you being less than or that you being punk because you walked away. Because the culture and society make you feel like, you just gonna let them say that to you, or you just gonna let them do that to you. But in reality, you're the bigger person and the bigger, by walking away from a situation, than escalating it and trying to get your feelings off. Because there's a lot of people dead and gone by trying to live up to something that they could have easily just walked away from.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna tell mine to absolutely leave. Leave, don't come back. Because you do have a choice. Right. Leave, don't come back. And I think a lot of the problem with us too as men is we stay in shit for too fucking long.
We do.
Instead of just when you need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leave. Don't come back. Let that shit go.
When you see signs, like, because women are taught to see signs with men, but men aren't taught to see signs. We're taught to like endure it and shut our mouths and be okay with it. But no, now forward, there should be some dudes that's like, if that dude would have left at this point, he would be free now. And he wouldn't have all these mental scars, all these scars from this relationship. Now he has trust issues because of this, and this. Nah, when you see a something that you don't agree with, leave.
Yeah. We got a sixth sense. Trust your sixth sense. Something ain't feeling right. The Creator gave us all, those senses to, be able to feel. You know what I'm saying? So stay in tune with your star player and feel your senses.
Yep, and the senses that he's talking about is not your dick.
No, because that's gonna absolutely get you in trouble.
100%. Your dick don't got no eyes. You don't got no eyes. You don't see. Your dick is the most toxic thing you got on your body.
Oh my god.
Period.
Oh my god. It will get you in some trouble. You leave and you somehow fuck around and come back, and you don't want nothing to do with that person. Do not have sex. Gonna make it worse.
Yeah,
worse. All right, y'all. Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
Dads, just for your black ass.
Hey. Just want y'all to know one good time. You know what I'm saying? So this is the Four Black Dads podcast. I am the Deacon of Sneaking, Eric motherfucking Island, the Pastor of Laughter. To my Rizzy, right?
Dooley fan, man, you already know what time it is. And to my right,
Ikes. Make sure y'all checking out them speed skaters in the Olympics.
That part. And check us out on YouTube as well. Any of your streaming platforms. We got clips out. We got everything out. So you can get into what we talking about. We got a whole year's worth of episodes out there. So tap in. And we'll holler at y'all next time. Peace. And we out.
All right.